looking. And ultimately, they got nothing. And so they call the search off, and everyone assumes Mike must have passed away in an unfortunate boating accident where he fell into the water with his waders on and never came back up, and that his body was probably eaten by alligators. But then, 6 months later, something unexpected happens. A local fisherman is out on the lake and he finds Mike's waders in the water, which opens the search back up for a while. So police send divers out and they find Mike's fishing jacket and his hunting license. But here's the first thing they notice about all these items. None of them are damaged. Like, they don't have alligator teeth marks on them. So Mike couldn't have been eaten by gators. I mean, this must have been foul play. Meanwhile, Denise is elsewhere happy. Not because they found Mike's stuff, but because she's about to collect life insurance on his death. Like, a lot of life insurance. $1.7 million, in fact. And to make it even more sinister, Brian is a life insurance salesman, and he is the one who sold Mike the policy just before he died. How f***ing evil is that? But whatever, Brian doesn't care. He got what he wanted. He's now with his friend's wife, and she is now a millionaire, and they continue on with their relationship. And 5 years later, in 2005, Brian and Denise get married. And disgustingly, they decide to live in the same house where she had lived with Mike, and it seems like their plan worked, and these guys are never gonna get caught. Until... Now we gotta talk about this woman. Her name's Cheryl. Cheryl is actually Mike's mom, and she has always thought there was something weird going on with Mike's death, and she's never accepted the theory that he was eaten by alligators. I mean, hell, police found Mike's waders and fishing jacket with no damage, so even they know this case is strange, and that it was probably foul play. They just don't have enough evidence to convict anyone. And so anyway, Cheryl starts investigating on her own, and she's doing a lot. She runs advertisements in the local newspapers. She runs billboards asking if anyone has any information about Mike's disappearance. She bugs law enforcement to reopen it and look into it further. In fact, here's actually a picture of her walking around holding up signs asking people to help solve Mike's case. Here's actually another picture of her doing it too. And now eventually, because of her insistence, police do reopen the case and they look into everything again, but unfortunately, over time, they don't find any new evidence and they close it again. And poor Cheryl doesn't get the closure on her son's death that she so desperately needs. And many years pass, and it's now 2012. And poor Denise and Brian, their relationship is no longer